Hey, what's up, guys? Today we're going to talk about emotional pain as physical pain and treating emotional pain as physical pain in recovery. So the first thing I want to say is a lot of times when I would watch videos on mental health and stuff like that, a big thing for me would be easier said than done, and it's easy for these therapists and these people to tell me to do this stuff or to look at things this way, but it's not that easy to do. And I want to say I'm coming at all of you, anyone who's watching this video. My only credibility is someone who's dealt with mental health issues and mental illness. I took a few psychology classes in college. Not nearly anything I'd say well educated on that kind of stuff. And I'm also currently going through a very tough time. Recent events, very bad stuff happened, and I am currently trying to deal and cope. So I'm coming at you as someone who's currently using these techniques and these things to kind of get through my current situation, which is not good. I've been down. So something I've seen circulating around the internet, and I don't know how based on fact this is or anything like that, I'm just saying I've seen it on the internet. We all know the internet's super duper true and stuff. But what I've seen is that being ignored, the brain reacts to it as the same way as it would to physical pain. So, flash forward to this current situation I've been in. I've been kind of looking at it as this whole situation, this whole thing is physical. Okay, so the emotional pain I'm feeling, I've been treating it as if it were physical. Which means that a few things we have to look at it if it's physical. One thing is if we're taking this emotional pain and treating it as a physical pain. First thing important to know about it is it's much more what's the word? Delicate than a physical wound. It's very sensitive, and the slightest thing can reopen it or kind of make it start hurting again. So that's the first thing to kind of try to understand and pay attention to. The second thing is it's one that takes a long time to heal, because no matter how hard you try, you're not going to be able to protect it from everything that reopens it. It's not like a physical wound you can put a band-aid on. It's more like one in your mouth or something like that. I don't know how you want to look at it. But you can't put a band-aid on it, basically. So it is going to be exposed to those things that can reopen it or make it start hurting again. And at some times, you are going to run into those things. And that's okay. When those happen, you're going to have to take care of that then. But the important thing to know is it is going to happen because it's an open wound, basically, all the time. And it is going to take a while to completely heal. And it is going to leave a scar, an emotional scar. The third thing to understand is that other people are probably not going to understand. That's just fortunately the time we live in right now. Mental health is not really that. Other people are not going to treat it like a physical wound, basically. They're going to expect you to get up and walk on it, whereas they wouldn't expect you to get up and walk on a broken leg. They'd expect you to rest, nurse it, all that. But with emotional wounds and stuff like that, people can't see them. They can't really tell how much you're hurting all the time. They don't have an actual reference with their own eyes, see things, believing, unfortunately. So a lot of times they'll expect you to get up and walk on it and stuff. And I think it's important to remember that it's okay to sometimes sit back, relax, rest, sleep for a whole day. It's just important to not continue to do that, because eventually you do have to start walking on that leg for it to get stronger. It's the same way with emotional wounds. You do have to start kind of pushing yourself and all that to get stronger, but it is okay to have those days where you just relax and rest and let the wound heal. Just like with a physical wound, over time your emotional wound is getting better, even if you don't notice it. Every single day it's getting a little bit better. Every single minute, every single second, you are healing a little bit from it, even if you don't notice it at all at first. It is happening because time continues to move on, and time is the healer of all damage and wounds that the human body takes on. I think when you start to really take your emotional pain and start to look at physical pain and start to treat it as physical pain, it does allow you to take better care of yourself. A few little tips I have for when I'm super depressed: if I have to do something big like clean my room or do a school project or something, I will do literally one little part of it. Like, I will pick up one sock and say that is at least one less thing I have to do later. That is at least one less thing I still have to do to finish this task. And eventually, you keep picking up one sock and then taking a nap, pick up one sock, take a nap. Eventually, your room starts to look a little bit cleaner, and then maybe you get motivated to clean even more. Maybe you pick up your room one thing at a time. School projects, of course, have deadlines and stuff, but doing one part at a time and then doing something else and then doing another part, that's another thing that maybe you could do. Sometimes I go hard for a few days, and then I have to relax and rejuvenate a few days, especially when I'm emotionally drained and stuff like that. But it's important to get myself up and get myself showered, at least, is an important thing I try to do every day now. Make sure I brush my teeth. Just so simple little hygiene stuff can make you feel so much better. I try to make sure I get a little bit of sunlight each day, a little bit of outside time. Try not to keep myself cooped up in the house so much. I've also reached out to some friends that I've been trying to hang out with and stuff like that, and I have hung out with and talked to about what I'm going through, so I'm not just bottling it all up inside. I actually got this app, which is not sponsored at all. I just want to put that out there. You should be able to tell my view count and my subscriber count that it's not sponsored at all. But I downloaded this app called Recolor, where you can basically color things by touching different parts of the picture, and it's got a whole bunch of cool, like, different end textures that you can do when you finish it. It's like a calming color book type thing, and I've been doing that a lot. That's another thing that helps. I have a fidget spinner, which is something that can distract me for even a few minutes too. Netflix. I've been watching shows and getting really immersed in new shows. I want to start reading again. I haven't started that yet, and I do want to start exercising again. I haven't quite started that yet, but I have done a few push-ups. So it's important to find things that motivate you, and it's hard, especially when you're super depressed. Sometimes nothing motivates you, but those things that you used to like to do. There are definitely things that can trigger certain parts of your brain and certain chemicals in your brain that make you feel a little bit better, and you can find a lot of those online. I'll try to leave some links in the description. But those are really good things to try to do, just a little bit: eating healthier, exercising, even just donating if you're able to, or just giving someone a compliment even can make you feel better about yourself. There's a lot of things, and just finding one or two things that you can do throughout the week to get yourself out of bed is often a very good thing to help with things. But it's definitely, I think, treating emotional pain like physical pain is definitely a start to figuring out how to best heal from emotional damage and all that. It's definitely okay to get help, just like you would from a doctor with physical pain. You can go to a doctor for emotional pain. You can talk to even therapists and all that, just as like maintenance. Like, we go to the doctor for physical maintenance. You don't have to have like a super bad issue to go talk to a therapist. I think that also looking at emotional pain as physical pain gives it some kind of validation that we often don't get, because people just treat physical pain so differently than emotional pain. But I think that maybe starting to treat them more the same might be the start to healing a little bit and better helping people when they're going through mental trauma or depression, emotional trauma or emotional pain. So that's just a little bit of my video. I don't know if you really got anything about it. It's just a little bit about how I've been dealing with things right now myself. I don't know if it might help someone else out there, so that's why I wanted to make it. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta let yourself feel it too, I think. It's probably the last thing. I've done that quite a few times too. But I'm getting through. You guys will get through. Thank you guys all who watched my video. I'm so sorry it's been so long since I uploaded, but I hope to be uploading a little bit more consistently. I'll talk to you all soon. Stay strong, stay safe. I love you.